Narrator for Man of Medan. Do you know who that was?
Man of Medan. I can look it up in a second, but no, I don't. I don't even know what Man of the Medan.
It was
is.
the game that they made after Until Dawn.
Hulu.
But
I guess it's on everything pretty much now. But I highly recommend it.
If you listen to the narrator's voice, he has a phenomenal voice for what he does. It's probably a huge name. I guarantee you, it's somebody that's huge. I just don't know the name of right now.
Dean Torrens.
Okay, I don't know the name, but his voice in that game is phenomenal.
He's a nobody.
Yeah, Man of Medan is the first in the.
It was the first.
It's the first.
Oh, not the first one they made.
Not the first. No, it's the first of the. The Dark Pictures anthology.
It has a good story, but I feel like they didn't play out the story well, and also the game was just glitchy, face mapping, like movements.
I think that's hard. I think
it's really hard to get right, but when you but it's super obvious when you get close. The closer you get, the more obvious the mistakes are, and that one had a lot of obvious mistakes.
Did you see the newest one with what's her name? The famous blonde actor. Fuck.
That's okay. Good job.
Britney Spears, Taylor Swift.
Nailed it.
It's
old Miley Cyrus.
It's set in Egypt,
Hannah Montana, I guess.
Egypt or like Middle East.
I don't.
Assassin's Creed.
Dude, I'll have to look at
no wrong.
Biles, maybe Simone Biles. What does she look like?
She's not blonde.
I think she's
not blonde.
I think
she is black.
Sorry.
She's
the Spider-Man. Isn't that
no.
her?
You're thinking of Zendaya.
I'm thinking of Zendaya.
Simone Biles is not even an actress.
No. No, she's not. She's an athlete.
She's an athlete.
And yes, she is black.
Oh, yeah.
She's a gold medalist in gymnastics.
Was she the one that did the pole vault? Or was that somebody else?
That's not gymnastics. She did gymnastics.
Oh, close enough. Close enough. It's gymnastics.
This is a fun conversation.
She was a gymnast.
Sheesh, you're gonna die.
Give me 1 second because I still have tears in my eyes.
He's dying inside.
You have a grumpy face by default.
Man, I don't even live here.
Did I remember my keys or am I just stupid?
Oh, I don't like how this is going.
Adventures are for dummies.
God, I smell dog shit.
She was not a. What is the track? What's the actual like
marathon runner?
No, not a marathon runner. That's if you run marathons.
Triathlon?
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I joined in on the stupidity. Sorry.
Man, shit. What is a track? It's track and field. What is it called? I feel like it has a specific name.
It is just called track runner.
I don't know.
A track.
Like I said, I feel like there is a special name.
Sorry, Ashley Tisdale.
Ashley.
My bad. Ashley Tisdale.
Hey, she was in Zack and Cody.
She was.
She was also in
House of Ashes. That's what's the new one's called?
High School Musical. Man.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch High School Musical? High School Musical fucking slaps. It
does
really
slap.
does.
I saw
it's
all of
fucking
them, yes.
good.
I
The
never
third
watched
one
it.
was let down because I think I had grown past it at that point, and it just kind of was a letdown.
I was at the age where I got too into it.
That's her in the game. Yeah.
Isn't
that weird?
That's a very strange.
She's got a weird video game face.
You should look up
like her face like if you took her face in real life and like transferred it to like video game graphics.
No, it's rough.
It's weird.
It's not rough. It's just strange. Track and field.
No offense to her real face.
No, not at all. Like,
No,
but
no
it just
offense
like
to her
transferred
actual
to a
face.
game. It just they don't transfer well.
You don't have a face for video games. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know if
that
that's
an
like
insult?
a whole new level of insult.
Yeah, it's like radio face almost.
Yeah.
Wait.
You have regular face? Ugh,
But,
you can't even be in a video game.
Wait
But
a minute.
You have a
I
bad
guess
VR face.
I just had a
I don't
whole.
know if that's better or worse. I don't know.
I just had a completely different.
You just don't have the face for video games.
So
Sorry.
like,
Schmiegel had a face for video games.
are you more specific in track and field? Like. He runs the 100. Like he's a distance runner.
I think you have to say
or-
it specifically.
I think you can't just be like, oh, I'm in track and field,
Too many
and that's the
things.
end of
Yeah,
it.
you.
I mean, you can if you
You
don't
can be
want to get into
vague,
it.
but then they'd be like, oh, well,
because
what do you
track
do?
and field also is
Shock put.
And
shot
pole
put, it's
vaulting.
cross running, it's long jump, it's discus, it's hurdle,
Discus,
it's like
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, track and field covers the whole.
I guess you would literally just
genre.
call yourself a sprinter, and then
Yeah.
you'd have to specify, be like, 100 or 200.
But a gymnast, I mean, when you say gymnast, I get
That's
a
pretty
pretty
big,
vague.
too.
Yeah, it's pretty big, but I mean, they do compete in like you have to
multiple
compete in multiple things as a
Yeah.
gymnast. And I think do you even have to compete in multiple things as a runner?
I think you just have
No,
to.
I
do-
think it's just like
Yeah.
the
That's only in high school.
100 meter
shit.
dash,
Yeah.
500 meter dash,
In high school, you have to do 3.
the quarter
Maybe
mile.
college, but I don't
No,
think
at college
Olympic.
you go for what you do.
Okay.
And that's about it. I mean, you sometimes if you have crossover like stuff, but I feel like even in some high schools you can get away with 2 because I did discus and shot put. That's what I did. I always wanted to do like. Here's the thing. I've been a large framed boy my whole life. Like I was thick from the beginning.
2 C's and a K.
Yeah, two C's and a K, maybe even like 4 H's.
But one
but-
eye. Oh.
But my biggest, my like, I've always wanted to pole vault. Like, I have always wanted to pole vault.
It's
No, that
terrifying to
scares
me.
me.
No,
Yeah.
dude, like the idea of being able to like move and jump like that and get that high, dude. Like that would be the fucking coolest. And I've
Like-
never been thin enough. I've never been light enough.
The only thing that
pole vault.
scares me about it is like I know that I would probably be the one that just like goes up and then just straight back down.
Well, I mean, the first time you do it, it's going to be rough. You got to learn how to do
I
it.
know. I
My
just
brain
didn't want to
goes-
go that high up and then land on the freaking
No.
ground.
My brain goes through every Final Destination possible scenario that could happen in the actions of
Get
pole
shish
vaulting.
kebabed by
Oh,
a
yeah, no, dude,
pole.
I
Or
mean,
just snapping and
Some bad
impaling
shit
you.
happens, but it really only happens when you're at that like ridiculous level that you're
Yeah.
up in the air so long that it. But I mean,
We've seen my luck.
yes, but no, I've always wanted to pole vault, and now that I'm an adult and I'm not a large body boy anymore,
I think I'm gonna do it.
I think I'm going to get pole vaulting. No, like I'm
Let's make
legitimately
it happen. We'll do it. We'll,
No,
we'll
yeah,
put
no.
it on Patreon.
No, like I would legit train to pole vault, like just to have it as like just a hobby.
skill.
Like I think it would be so fun. But I would
You're gonna
have
have to charge a barbarian wall. Well, no, you can get you over it.
exactly.
Or get you into Mexico.
I just think it would be super cool to be able to pole vault. Like I always like tried to high jump. I mean, I got hops. Like I do have hops. I think
I'm
my
picturing it right now.
but
I'm
I think the
picturing you
highest
pole
I've
vaulting right now.
I think the
Be
highest
majestic.
I ever jumped, and I was even big at that point, was like 5'9", like 5. Not
Above-
even maybe, yeah, 5'9".
It's above me.
Like,
I'll look up and be like, oh shit.
but
Just hop right over you.
nah, I'd say maybe
With
like
room to
5'8".
spare.
I could-
Still
But-
taller than me.
I don't know. No, it had to be taller than that, right?
I love the hand movement.
Well, I'm trying to figure out like how my body goes because like you start shoulders and your shoulders go over and you
Yeah,
kick your
you
whole
have to like,
body over.
yeah,
it.
you back over.
But the
it.
thing is like
I
my
practiced
shoulders
before.
are already
Some
pretty
people do
high.
it. Some people do a twist.
Yeah, I mean to
You
come
might
out
have to do a
Mhm.
twist.
but
To, like, really
that's-
arc your way over it.
It kills your momentum if you twist.
that's
You gotta
that's
get
like
that
if
fucking
that's that
throw.
last second.
the after burn is where you do the twist, where you're like over, like you're
Yeah.
over, but then you like.
Oh yeah, like
twist.
pole vaulting for sure.
Yeah.
High jumping, no.
I
Oh,
did.
no.
That already said high jumping. It was when we just that would no. I just want
He
to
can do
I just-
5'9" with a 360.
Oh,
I just want to jump. I just want
I
to jump
see.
high. Like I've always wanted to fly, and I think that would be the closest to legitimately flying.
I'm
that
too
I could
scared of
get.
heights.
Yeah, I did almost everything in
Like
track
I would.
and field,
This would run through
except
my
for pole
mind. Like,
vaulting.
oh, I can fly. What if I stop being able to fly?
I feel like the closest is free running,
Free running.
parkour.
Free running seems
Extreme
well. That's yeah.
parkour.
Hey, Cam, by the way,
that's
the train's
like
still here.
high risk though.
Train's still
Oh,
here.
I mean, high reward, but definite
Yeah.
high risk. Like I would love to
never
be able to jump across the gap between two
Speaking of,
towers, but like, nah, that would be terrifying at the same time.
Dude, yeah, no.
But imagine the rock hard erection you'd have while you're doing it.
Oh, I mean, I've hopped.
Might be wind resistance. You might die because of it.
I've hopped like 60-foot deep holes, like that were like 5 feet, and it's that's the thing. It's like you've got that. You've got that hop because I mean, it's literally you don't even have to hop. You could literally step across it, but it's
But
that.
once it's out of your control.
Yeah, but like once you look it down and you're just like, oh fuck, if I fuck this up, this is bad. Like what if I trip like at the edge? It's like
That'd be me.
be like hot rod at the end where he fucking falls down the
Oh.
mountain.
Like when it's life or death, I feel like, yeah, I could totally make that jump, but still, it's like if it's not life or death,
I'm gonna walk around.
I'd rather not.
Oh my god, I heard a
I'd
story.
rather find a way to make a bridge.
There was a news story of a guy. What's it called when people are like going through like small holes, like
Spelunky?
yes.
Oh
spelunking.
my
cave
god,
diving.
I saw that too.
Somebody was spelunking and they got like they were told like don't do this here, like it's really narrow, and they're like no, I'm going to do it, and they did it and they got stuck, but they couldn't pull him out because if they pulled him out he would have gone into shock because they would have had to break both of his legs. So
pull him out.
I saw
break
one
legs,
where this
pull him
guy
out.
went into a hole that was maybe this wide. Like
he died, by the way.
This wide. They had to hand him his helmet afterwards because he couldn't go down with the helmet on. I was like, hell no. You are not getting me something that small.
Yeah, a situation where you're literally upside down in darkness and you can't get out.
No, like this,
Oh my
this guy
God.
had to adjust his pants just to fit through the hole.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
I was like, not for me. Nope.
Like there.
Listen, I'm wide. I can't be doing that. I'm a wide boy.
There used to be down in Devil's Den, south
Down in the devil's hole.
southeast of here. It's like in
Fayetteville.
Arkansas.
It's just south of Fayetteville.
There used to be a cave that you could. It was like explore on your own. Explore at your own risk. Like take your own flashlights. And rumored you could get through it. Like I've heard stories from people that were down there that came out like covered in fucking mud that they made it way out. But the closest I've ever, it was probably
Fucking Survivor.
We went into the cave and we traveled back for I'd say an hour and a half, and we got to a spot that it was arms down at your sides, like worming through.
Fucking
And I could have
Shawshank style.
could have made it through. Everyone who was there everyone who was with my group could have made it through, but we had that moment like, yo, this does kind of suck. And we hear rumor that it's tighter than this. Let's just turn around and go back. And I also almost fell into pitch darkness because I leaned across a hole to like climb up, and I put my fucking hand on a bat.
Oh God!
Yeah, scared the shit out of me, dude.
Those
And
caves,
the bat.
those caves at Devil's Den now they have them like locked up.
Yeah, they're
behind a
blocked
gate,
up.
yeah.
Like it sucks because I've like as an adult,
yeah,
I still
because
wanna go
when I
back.
walk by them, I'm like, I want to go in.
Dude, it was cool as fuck. It was just we were killing the bat population. It was really bad for the bat population. Like there was a
Fuck
weird
'em.
disease that was happening.
But
that
it's
was,
really
just
cool,
wiping
like
out a ton of
especially when you
bats.
go
Yeah,
there.
Corona.
No.
When you go there during the summer, like there's that one spot where it's like icy cold.
Uh-huh.
And my kids always want to get close to the close inside there. I'm like, there's a fucking drop off right there. Stop. You will die.
I will not swim down there
Yeah,
for you.
man. Like I know
I ain't going in.
that's the scariest thing about me wanting to have kids is because I'm gonna be a parent that's like, oh fuck, but I'm also like that. I climb. Like
But,
I go on these big.
What's crazy? Like when the first time I took, well, actually, the youngest Bryson, I think was 3
Mhm.
last time we went,
Mhm.
and he walked, and he was fine.
Mhm.
It's just like you have to like make sure, hey,
It's because he's an ape.
you will fall and you will get hurt really bad, and then they're
Literally
like,
an adopted
okay,
monkey.
I'm not gonna go near that
Mhm.
because he sees how far down it is. Like
Mhm.
he can see it just as good as I can.
Yeah.
It's a long way down. They don't want to get hurt, so they're not trying to get hurt.
Allegedly, I tried to jump off like when I was that age. Like I guess it was probably being irresponsible parenting at the same time, just a little bit, because we were as the story goes, as I am told by both parental units. We were on our way either to or back to California. It was going from or to Oklahoma from California. But we stopped at the Hoover Dam, and we were doing on the walk side of it, and my dad picked me up and put me on the like guardrail right there. And he was holding my hand. And mom said something, and dad I think it was taking a picture. And dad looks over and takes a pic to mom, who's going to take a picture, and he's going to get my attention, and he just lets go of my hand and waves.
Oh no!
And apparently I just took a step, like I was getting ready, and I had little overalls on, and dad reached down and snagged my overalls like as I was taking a step, and just hoisted me back up and set me back down. Yeah, I said that allegedly happened. I do remember though. This one I do remember. This is a core memory, and it's a core memory I don't like.
It's a neuron activated.
Yeah.
The monkey
we went
brain.
to the La Brea Tar Pits with my dad and my uncle, and my uncle's wife, and it was like because we all lived out in Southern California at the same time. and I was kind of scared because of the tar pits, because it was like you could see the bones and it was all just like, ugh, spooky.
Spooky.
So my dad and my uncle picked me up by my hands and my arms and put me over the handrail and are like swinging me like they're gonna like toss me out into the La Brea tar pits.
Oh my
That's
god.
great parenting.
Yeah,
That's
there.
Luke, you were born in a cave.
That's
Tell me
like
some
some Five
stories.
Nights at Freddy's shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad and my uncle.
That's what happens when two men have property of a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was in Okinawa and we were like exploring like just the mountainsides because it's just an island, like a 69-mile long island. So yeah,
Nice.
it is. Every time I talk about it, I'm like nice, but yeah, there was a family taking a photo on this railing, but the railing, it was like on a mountainside.
Mhm.
So it's just a steep drop off into a rocky shore into the ocean. And it was like a railing that either broke off a long time ago or just stopped, and then a drop off there of like 4 feet,
Mhm.
and then a couple rocks down, and then railing back on the left side where it picks back up where people usually lean. And there was a mother and a father just sitting there, just talking with their phone out, just trying to decide what picture to take. This child, I look down, starts dead sprinting, just like
goes.
staring at the ocean, just like, yes,
I will get there. Free
that
spirit.
child gets close, and I'm like, yo, that baby's about to go off the cliff.
What you doing?
Stop that kid! Somebody stop that kid!
Someone.
And that,
Kids
and
are-
that dad just put his leg out and just drop kicked that kid.
Kids are
No, he
scary
grabbed me.
because they just like, it's almost like they have no fear,
They don't.
but they also, there's like things that are deathly terrified that you can like
Oh yeah.
channel into. But like when it comes to stuff that you'd be like, holy crap, that's scary. They're like, let's go.
Yeah, they don't know what falling to your death means yet.
Yeah, they don't. They, don't.
They haven't taken enough fall damage to figure it
Yeah.
out.
Oh, they will.
Dude, that's what sucks. Like that is the one thing that stops me from skateboarding now.
Getting
is
hurt?
falling. No, just falling in general. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean
'cause you're
getting
getting old,
hurt,
yeah.
but I haven't been
These achy
Our
bones.
bodies don't
Ooh.
recover the way they used to.
Where's some wood?
You got
There
some
we go.
hollow bones.
This
This entire building. What do you mean?
no, this is like I don't know if this is like
You
sawdust.
can't trust that.
Yeah, you can't
You
trust
can't
that.
trust
That's
this
not
wood.
real wood. This down here though, that's real wood. I haven't had like a legitimate I mean, I guess I've had injuries as an adult, but I haven't broken anything other than fingers from football and like doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
And
He's
I
put
broke
into
my
the
pelvis.
universe.
And I broke my big toes, but those are also dumb shit. I've never broken anything. I've never really like torn.
Hear that, universe?
I've never really like. I mean, I think the most like worst injury I've had as an adult is a groin injury from climbing.
Yeah.
And I've taken some gnarly falls. Like I've had some gnarly stone bruises and like sprained ankles, but
The only bone injury I've had is I fractured my foot skateboarding.
yeah.
But
And that's the thing. I don't want to do that.
a while back, I dropped a 200-pound solid wood table on my foot, barefoot, no shoe on, no nothing.
Was it the same foot as the broken foot?
Legend has it.
yes. Yeah, my right foot.
Probably made it a lot better.
Realigned it, actually.
But I really thought I broke it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because that thing, the edge. Okay, so what happened was I was trying to tilt it on its side,
Mhm.
but it was on hardwood floor. So
Mhm.
the leg, when it got enough weight, the top heaviness of
Yeah.
it made the legs just slide out from underneath
Oh
them,
fuck yeah!
and it just free falled right to my
Clunk.
right on top of my foot, like on the bridge of the like right on top.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah,
You probably have microfractures.
and so I thought I broke it. I mean,
These
it was like
goddamn
a legitimate
microtransactions.
like black line across my foot. Like
Mhm.
it swelled up
Yeah,
really
little
bad.
microfractures.
But did you read
And
between the line? What was
I
the
went,
actual fracture?
I went and got it x-rayed
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. Nothing was wrong with my foot. They said maybe some like minor nerve damage.
Yeah.
They're
Mm.
like,
nerves.
they're
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you didn't break a bone. I'm
Mm.
like, I don't either,
No, dude.
because
Like-
that thing was heavy and it landed hard.
You got chunky feet.
Like I thought I would. I legit like I cried.
Mhm.
I don't cry very often. I cried because it hurt so bad.
Sissy.
I saw him cry during the Notebook. It's fine.
I've never watched the Notebook.
The microfractures wouldn't show up on the X-ray. By the way,
No, I mean, like I said, I feel like I've damaged myself, but usually it's like the longest I feel laid up is like a week. after that, it's like just eat ibuprofen daily.
I mean,
my liver's probably fucked, but
the way I feel about injuries, and I do the same thing with bruises, is like if you put your foot, like your whatever's in pain, through the pain, it hurts less and less. Like with a bruise, if I have a big old bruise, I'll literally just push on it for like 20 minutes straight. That way, if something hits it, I'm like, that
doesn't hurt as bad as me damaging it even more.
Yeah.
That's the way I've always taken care of bruises. I just push on it.
Walks it off.
I just push on it for like 20 minutes. I'm like,
just bruise it some more.
Shouldn't hurt anymore. Like when that table landed on my foot, I was off my foot for like a day and a half, and then I was up walking around the house. Like I was limping, obviously, but I was up walking because I was like, I'm not gonna sit here in this chair for a fucking week. Like that's just insane.
Yeah, I gotta do shit. There's a life I gotta live. No, I feel like I don't know. Like I haven't even really iced anything to my knowledge in a long time, and icing is
Me neither.
Like that's one thing that I do. Like if I get damaged, it's like I'm gonna ice it.
Yeah.
But no, like it's. I don't know. Sometimes I that rare occasion that it makes you that moment that you remember that you're human. When
I'm only human.
Because like I get minor cuts and abrasions and stuff like that where it bleeds, but it just is like it bleeds. But when you like actually open yourself up and then there's like dark blood, you're just like, oh yeah, that shit's inside me. that's my
bleeding quickly.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be out here.
Yeah, that's the moments. I don't know. Those are so few and far between now.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
We always forget it's blue until it hits the air.
That is true.
Yep, until it hits oxygen.
That's a myth, guys.
Well, it's not blue, but it's like
it's much darker.
It's just,
but it's not.
No.
It's not blue. That's just what the veins.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Wow,
the train's moving finally.
It's actually this is the beginning of Red Dawn. You guys need to fucking watch Red Dawn. God damn it.
We're not prepared for when it actually happens, whatever it is.
You need to watch Red Dawn. You need to watch
It's inevitable. I think it has something to do with Russians.
Is it Russians?
They're always
I can't remember.
They're always the red.
It's Russian backed, but it's not I think it was like
well, the new one, it was like Chinese.
Was it? The old one. I'm talking the old one.
Yeah, which one were racist to this time?
Cubans.
Yeah, maybe. Fuck, I forget.
Oh, okay, where did I hear this? Fuck, where did I hear
They all
this?
were in uniform.
I think it was last podcast on the left where they talked about how no, it was something somewhere else. Talked about how the act that got passed back in the Oh my god, what fucking there was an act that was passed that literally said there was the Magna Carta. In the Magna Carta, I believe it said that you can propagandize the U.S. population, government-wise. Like corporations can do whatever they want, but obviously they didn't say corporations back in the Magna Carta, but interpretations. But apparently, at one point, we were sending propaganda to Cuba, and that signal was actually being picked up by the U.S. population, I believe, in Florida. And so technically the government was propagandizing the U.S. citizens. So they didn't want to stop doing it. So they passed an act saying that they can propagandize the U.S. population. So the government could now do that. All because they wanted to still send, like, basically all Cuba was really listening to was baseball games, apparently. But yeah, apparently they're getting like anti-Cuba propaganda sent to them by U.S. broadcasts. Thought that was an interesting fact. I was like, oh, cool. I just want to.
I don't think it was the Magna Carta, my guy.
No, it was the Magna. It was the Magna something, but it had something to do with the Magna. The Magna Carta was involved in it.
The Magna Carta was written in 1215.
Yes, I know.
Why would that have something to do with?
Why would there be baseball?
I'm saying a law passed like way back then, like an initial founding rule, and then they changed it back in like 2012 or something. I don't. It was the Magna something, and I'm so bad with names of anything literally in my life, so I can't name a single thing properly. I have the facts. I'm just like, fuck. What's the names though? God damn it! But
it's a good name that I would never use. Magnus.
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 I would use a Magnus.
Magnus is a good name.
It's a good middle. It's a good. It's a good.
There's here's the thing. There's a good, really good D&D podcast that Cam and I listen to. One of the characters' names is Magnus.
It's a good middle name, like for a real person.
I
No, first name Magnus, middle name Magnum.
thought you were talking fantasy world because my mind
Well,
immediately
both.
went
I mean,
fantasy.
both.
Oh,
Magnus.
what is life except
Well,
for
no,
fantasy?
there's-
Interchangeable.
Yeah,
I
you're just a
watched
brain inside of a body.
a climber, and I think he's from the Netherlands. I think I'm pretty sure he's from. the
Oh
Netherlands.
yeah.
But he's either
Oh.
he's either Norway or Finland or
Norwegian,
Sweden or
yeah.
something like that. But his name is Magnus. It's Magnus Midbow. His name is really cool.
Fucking beautiful.
Must
But
be
He's
like,
a freak. Like,
Bleep
he's
that out, he's a
climbing
freak.
No, he's a climbing freak. This
Leaving
guy
it in.
is
Leaving
he
it
is
in, baby.
shredded. He used to be a super competitive climber.
like
Magnus.
mozzarella.
My name is
Shredded.
Magnus.
It kind of talks like that. A little more soft spoken, but it kind of sounds like that. But no, he's very cool. He's got a very cool YouTube channel.
Netherlands.
He's very good climber.
Very good.
He's pretty neat.
I was going to say, and
That's the only time I've heard. There's Magnus Carlsen. Isn't he like the #1 chess player of all time? He was, yeah.
I don't know. Let me
Couldn't
check
tell
my
ya.
chess knowledge real quick.
Magnus Carlsen,
Can't see it.
Norwegian chess grandmaster, who's 5-time reigning world chess champion.
What a nerd.
That's something I always wish I could
His
get
name's
better at. I just haven't taken time for it.
Hello, ladies. I've won the world championship
Be
5
like,
times.
Hello, ladies. I'm Magnus.
And my name's Magnus.
My name's Magnus,
Oh man,
and I have a Magnum dong.
maybe.
He might.
He might. He plays chess only with his penis.
Say it, brother.
That's why he won so many times.
Yeah, they just forfeit.
That's crazy.
Intimidation. It's allowed in the chess community.
Just
Continue.
Kings.
Continue.
he just puts it on the board. Your move.
For some reason, Shock.
My army plus my massive
What's the
dong
check?
versus your army and little dong.
Lays out bigger dog. I see. I've underestimated you.
You live up to your name.
Now it is a game of the minds.
May the longest tip win.
That's actually how you figure out who gets the first move in professional chess.
Who has the
By
longest
dick
Is you-
size?
yeah, dick size.
Jake is always going second.
There you go.
And then the crowd just yells, "Sheath your swords."
And then they dock.
Oh no. Okay, we're taking a break.
So you want to introduce the show ever?
Nope. We haven't. I mean, we didn't last time.
This is the show, goddamn.
Well, we didn't introduce the show last time because the show didn't happen. Like, I mean,
Well,
it happened, but
Yeah, we didn't introduce it though.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, we did.
Did I?
Yes.
I did this exact same bit. So, hey, you want to introduce the show?
This is the show.
This would be a weird time to introduce the show.
Yeah, you know the shit. Welcome to Absurdity Podcast.
Yep.
Follow us on the medias. If you can't figure it out, figure it out. Fuck you.
Yeah,
You know.
that's about it.
I feel like I'm just trying to get. I feel like I'm just getting railroaded out of my dad jokes. It's kind of rude.
Yeah,
but-
we're really working on it.
I was expecting. That's why I was saying. You going to introduce the show so you can.
Well, it's too late now.
No,
We're in our second segment.
No.
Technically,
It's
this
not
is
too
the
late.
best scenario for a dad joke because really
too late.
nobody wants it, but we're just trying to get it out of the way. We're like trying to force it out
We're
of
not
you right
doing
now.
I won't do it. I refuse.
Is this part of the joke?
Yeah, is this the joke? Is this a
Damn.
joke?
No, it's not a joke.
I'm pretty sure he's telling jokes.
But does this mean we won or did we lose?
I don't know. I feel kind of let down. Actually, I don't feel complete right now, which is weird.
Well,
It's like when you lose the
Shitty
villain,
dad
like,
joke?
what is your goal? You know?
Easy, Joker.
Yeah, just go
It's
to
about a message.
just go to dadjokes.com.
I mean, that's what I used for
Real
years.
quick.
so does anyone have news stories besides me, or am I just the only one with it?
News stories?
What do you
News
call
stories.
a belt made of watches?
A belt made of watches. What kind of watches? What?
You're digging too far into the dad joke.
A waste of time.
Oh,
God damn it, I was gonna say that.
Oh man, that was good.
It was too slow.
He was
I
out
was
fucking
too
standing in his field.
I love that one.
You're one.
Did you get that one there too?
No, it's here. It's like
Oh,
on the
yeah,
list.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
up there.
It's a good list. I
It's,
know the website well.
What do you call a pony with a sore throat?
A little horse.
A
little horse.
Man, this is what we've fucking devolved into is shitty dad jokes.
Yeah.
Shitty,
No, I mean,
Jad.
shitty. It's like shitty bang bang.
shitty dad jokes.
Shitty Jad joke. Shitty.
Can we
Jad
play that
jokes.
song? Is we allowed to play that song on our?
Only if we
Jad
put it on
jokes.
Spotify.
What if I pull up the YouTube video? Does that
No,
count?
YouTube does not like that.
YouTube does not like YouTube videos.
No,
in
they
YouTube
don't.
Videos.
Susan or whatever. I think it's Susan. Susan does not like that.
Surrender?
Wachowski.
Susan.
Wachowski, man.
Susan's an evil lady.
I did read an interesting fact the other day, though.
Okay.
Oh God. Here
No,
comes the
it's-
dad joke.
It's not.
I
It's
was-
not. It's not. It's a literal fact.
Just
Can
do
I not
it!
tell facts? Jesus Christ.
It's laced with lies.
Did you know that 30% of pet owners let their pet sleep at the foot of their bed?
Okay.
We don't trust you.
It's like 1/3 of pet owners. That's crazy.
Are you saying that's a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's just a weird fact I read.
They're family.
You're talking like at the foot of the
Yeah, at
like
the foot of
on
their
the
bed.
Actually,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bed.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
if I have a dog,
Or
like
between
if I have
people.
a big dog, my dog's always allowed to sleep in my bed, but it always sleeps at the foot of my bed.
Well, that's how my goldfish died.
You motherfucker!
Told you.
I knew it
Told you.
happened too. I really.
I don't trust him ever. He lies all the time. I would have laughed at that. Just crashed the pieces.
fucking hate you. I quit the show.
Yeah.
You asked for it.
I know. I did. I went into it and I'm kicking myself in the shins. Oh my god. So what y'all been up to this past week? We haven't played D&D, so
I know.
I did.
I mean you did. You want to talk about D&D, Luke?
Sure.
With your other group?
I
What's,
don't
your,
have it anymore.
what's D&D? What is it like to play with another DM? That's a burning question I've been having.
Well, it's great to play with Sean, and
It's better.
but it's it's just kind of disappointing because it's not like as like it's not like they don't take it seriously, but obviously it's not like an obligation for
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean?
Like
So
Yeah,
no
so-
character
it was only like an
voices.
hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
no,
just a short-
everyone was in character and
Okay.
everything. It's just like it was just for an hour.
Is it as funny?
It depend. We were fucking all drunk and high off our ass.
So it was
It
hilarious.
was fucking.
that's pretty
That's usually
funny.
how you get off into like weird horny D&D.
The initiative got off like
That's how you get a BDSM.
like our order that we went in got off and people were like calling it out and Sean was like, I mean, I wrote it down, but
Nobody's listening.
fuck it, let's just. That's crazy.
Recommend D&D Beyond to Sean. Let him do that encounter because there's that encounter builder that they have in it and it's beta. Right
Oh
now.
yeah, we all do
Yeah.
D&D Beyond.
No, the encounter builder is lifesaver because, like I said, I just put your guys' initiative rolls, and all I have to do is like click next whenever turns are over, and it goes on to the and just like.
How about we just sit back and you tell us what happens? God damn it!
I mean, it is D&D. I can play the whole fucking game for you. I don't want to.
And we'll react to you.
He's
I'll base my lines off of what you do.
he's the type of nerd that has all the books and then buys all the books again on D&D Beyond.
No, like man, I do
Good
wish.
man.
I do wish that they would get in cahoots with Wizards of the Coast, because that would be so nice
I know.
to be
They
able to
won't,
just
though.
buy one. No, they won't. It's money.
It's like the medical industry.
Yeah.
As much as I love
You don't find the cure.
D&D like now,
Mhm.
Yeah.
now that I've listened to it on podcasts and I have played it now,
Mhm.
I still feel weird playing it with someone like other people. Like, I don't know, it'd be weird.
It's not weird for me because I have the exact same character for this
And the
one
other-
as
Well,
the
but
other
didn't
one.
you also start that one first?
Yeah,
It was like this.
Yeah.
I want to figure out. I do want to figure out how to pull in other players like via Discord
Yeah.
and like record them with us.
We would need a stable internet connection.
Truth.
Out here, it's a little tough.
I get 3 bars of 5G. So
I mean, I got my phone connected to it right now, and I got 3 bars of. I mean, you got the 5G. I don't have the 5G.
no, I mean I just have on my phone. Like I've got 3 bars of 5G.
Hmm.
Like if we had to, we
could
could
possibly Discord on your phone.
Yeah, we could just. I just want to figure out a good way because we would need to record that audio.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Uh,
I've done it before.
Okay, no, because I wanted.
There's so much D&D talk on the podcast.
That's fine. We're talking about We're not talking
No, we did a show with one of my friends on Xbox through Discord,
Uh-huh.
and we tried video first, but that was bad. So once we got audio going, it wasn't bad at all.
And that's the thing with D&D. We just need audio.
Yeah, we just need audio. Yeah.
No, because I have a couple of friends, who are around.
Yeah.
That would. I've talked about maybe having step in to play a character for an episode or two.
That'd be cool.
I think it would be fun.
If we go into a town or like, if we go into a
yeah,
town,
like I said, you could pick up. You could someone would have like quests for you, or someone would be like one of the characters in that part of the story, and they would play. Like it would be someone who would be not necessarily an extension of my will, but they would understand what we're trying to
do. Like Radicus?
Yes.
Like Radicus Finch?
I haven't listened. Did you listen to episode 2 of? I haven't listened to it yet. So fuck. That was the thing at work today. Like I had an opportunity to listen to my phone this morning. And they don't release until like noon.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Which is, I want to be able to listen to it Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Not like Tuesday afternoon. Then I got to wait till Wednesday.
Like I said, I had 6 hours of driving today.
Yeah. You said 8. It was 8 earlier.
No, I changed. I looked it all up and I said it was 6.
Oh, okay.
But I
don't think you were recording when you said that.
I think it was.
Oh, okay. So you drove for 6 hours today.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 hours and 1 minute. But that's just from town to town. Not what I did in town, like from stop to stop.
No. I was just the rest of the day it was just weird. It was a weird day at work. It's been weird at work.
Yeah.
Speaking
because
of
that damn snowstorm
threw everything all haywire. Now we're getting a million things at once, and it's just like. Ugh.
Speaking of things to listen to, if anyone wants to listen to a neuroscientist talk about how the brain reacts to certain things and the power of people's interactions through play and like fun interactions and how it develops the brain, listen to Andrew Huberman on either Spotify or YouTube. He has great information. Good thing to listen to. Very healthy. I'll give out healthy facts. It's good to listen to. He talks about like the last episode he had, the power of play, and talking about how it's unhealthy for children to not have a certain amount of play for development. Like a child needs to learn how to interact. A child is inherently selfish. And through interacting and playing with other children, they eventually, some do, some don't, because, everyone develops differently, but that's how you learn, tolerance with other people, how you learn, oh, wait, everything isn't mine.
Socialization is that's how you grow. That's how you develop.
And he talks about how it's even important for adults as well.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like a lot of adults would understand that, would take the world a lot less seriously if they would just goof off a little fucking bit and just do goofy shit with your homies.
Yeah,
that's why we do a D&D podcast.
That episode is an hour and 46 minutes. I highly recommend anyone that's interested in those kind of stories or those kind of facts to go listen to it. You might learn something.
You getting paid under the table?
I'm not, but this is it's things that I enjoy listening to because it gives me just knowledge that I can help people out with, people that go through hard shit, and I'm like, hey, here's some things listen to, we can talk about it and kind of go through it. I like to help people, like I said.
It's a video on how to play with yourself.
I made it.
Yuck.
I'm shocked. I'm sorry, guys. My brain's going to turn off for a second. I don't know why I thought this is the time to watch this, but it's the time for me to at least watch a couple seconds of it.
Yeah, he had a really good one about dopamine production in the brain, and how basically like in a day you have a baseline of dopamine. And when people talk about dopamine hits, they don't realize that when you get a dopamine hit, that actually reduces the baseline when you try to bounce back after the dopamine. So if you have a higher hit, you'll actually feel a lack of dopamine for a while after, until your body recovers back to its default state. It highly affects you with energy drinks, chocolate, coffee. Coffee isn't that bad.
Completely singled me out, and that was very rude.
Everyone in the world.
What's crazy?
Directly at me.
What's crazy?
Masturbation.
What's crazy is cocaine and chocolate were on the same level of dopamine hit.
Yeah.
But cocaine No, it was cocaine and nicotine are on the same level, but nicotine is a very short dopamine hit with a very large crash. Meanwhile, cocaine has a much longer hit, but you still have just as bad of a crash. It's actually probably a much more severe crash, actually, but a much longer duration of a high dopamine level.
It's all right.
So he was talking about ways that you could adjust things you do in your life to like either have a higher baseline dopamine, or to make sure that the dopamine increases aren't dramatic increases that are causing severe crashes. He's talking about how it goes into like ADHD, how it goes into people with major depression and mental disorders like that as well.
Cocaine and smoke a cigarette and eat chocolate and drink.
That's why I'm so fucking
at the
depressed.
same time. I do all that at the same time.
That's what I was telling my work. They were like, so if you have symptoms of a cough or a sneeze or a sore throat or any of these, just make sure that you like walk outside, give work a call, and then call the COVID hotline as well. I'm like, I smoked a cigarette, drank an energy drink, and I didn't sleep that much last night. I have a heartbeat of like 135 just staring at you right now. My head is throbbing and my eyes are both bloodshot from marijuana and lack of sleep. I think I have all of these symptoms currently. And my boss didn't like that.
I need some dopamine.
Give me my dopamine.
Give me my dopamine hit. The frogs are making the dopamine gay.
Let me get on Instagram and scroll through real quick. Get some dopamine. Let me get on.
But no, I was going for whenever I said that makes sense. I was going for the social media side of it.
No, yeah, no, that's
like,
the thing.
If you get a post that gets 40,000 likes,
He goes into that.
What?
He goes into that.
Yeah. But
That's equivalent to meth.
Yeah. No, it makes you feel good.
Like, and then your next post gets 10,000, which is still phenomenal, but you're like, didn't hit the 40,000.
Well,
like, apparently, all of a sudden, that 10,000 means nothing to you because you're right. You wanted that high of that 40,000.
It's just a measly piece of chocolate.
It's what happens when you get hooked on heroin and then you graduate to heroin 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just heroin.
It's released with the new metaverse.
Yeah. Heroin 2.
Yeah.
Oh, is that really a thing?
Yeah.
Totally.
Black tar, baby.
Heroin 2.
It's more of like
I don't know if you guys are fucking pulling my leg or not.
You never heard of Heroin 2?
Yeah, it was on the Breaking Bad sequel.
they call it.
Now I know that's
Two
why.
Lies.
No, it wasn't. It was on Better Call Saul.
That's the Breaking Bad sequel.
Heroin 2.
The Electric Boogaloo. That's exactly. Sent a shock through everybody.
I don't know about these.
I don't know about these
drugs.
fucking kids.
But even when they seized out, they could still keep in their Raycon earbuds. Sponsored by Raycon. Even when you're seizing on the floor and foaming at the mouth, you can still listen to your music by Ariana Grande with your Raycon earbuds.
H2 is just Tide Pods. It's just Tide Pods. man.
I've heard of Tide Pods.
Relax, it's fine.
Low key.
Have you heard of
Okay, I
Tide
want
Pods
to play
too?
this. Holy fuck. So, what I've been watching for the past little bit.
Listen, if you are going to play it, turn your mic towards it.
No, I'm not going to play it right now. The video I've been watching is so one of my favorite games of all time is a From Software game called Bloodborne. It's got a very like Lovecraftian horror feel to it. The monsters are some of the creepiest in that Dark Souls makes, or the Souls universe, however you want to fucking call it.
Whatever they are.
And I don't know why someone wanted to do this, but this year someone decided to take Bloodborne, which is a PlayStation 4 game, and demake it to PlayStation 1.
Hell yes.
Like PlayStation 1 graphics.
Why?
Like it doesn't look bad.
This is what happens when you defund the police.
It's fucking very interesting to think of, like I said, because he did it with the parameters of like playing within the realm of the power of a PlayStation 1. And I mean, it's
like
very,
Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's like Silent Hill. It's very blocky, but it's also it's pretty cool. It's pretty spot on to what it's supposed to be. Like it gets the point across.
You get everything you would have.
Yeah, you would.
Minus
I would have played the fuck out of this on PlayStation 1. I'm gonna be 100% real. Little 12-year-old me would shit his dick off playing this game.
Shit
it's
his
so
dick
hard.
off.
No, yeah, for sure.
That
I
is
would
an
have rage
aggressive
quit.
shit dick.
I would have raged so hard at Bloodborne when I was 12 years old.
Well, and see, here's the thing: is like, honestly, if a game is good enough, take out the graphics.
Mhm.
If a game storyline and gameplay is good enough,
Mhm.
real gamers don't give a fuck.
Oh,
What it
for
looks
No,
like.
sure.
really, honestly.
Give me something that sucks me in, and I don't have to graphically be pleased.
Terraria.
It just takes a minute to get immersed.
Yeah, I play
Minecraft.
hours and hours and hours of Minecraft. Like
Minecraft.
hours and hours and hours of Minecraft.
I've wasted years of my life on Minecraft alone.
Damn good with Redstone though, baby.
Like
I've never figured out
I
Redstone.
still go back and
I'm a
play
noob.
Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah,
like
for sure. Like the OG.
I've never finished
yeah,
it, but I love it.
I mean, I've beat that game so many
I have it on
times.
my Xbox. Like I
Ah,
go back and
I
play it all the
love it.
time, and it's just I love it.
It's one of those games that's still almost disrespectful to give a spoiler to for a lot of people.
Aerith dies.
Joke's on you. I don't remember any characters.
Cloud kills Sephiroth at the end.
To get Cloud, the team kills Sephiroth.
But then there's a preview of Sephiroth killing Mario in Smash Bros.
It is. Sephiroth was the last character announced for Smash Bros.
Really?
Yep. He is in the Smash Bros. Universe, and I think he was the last one they brought into it.
Oh, I thought you meant like they're not bringing anybody else in.
Not on this new one, no.
Oh,
It's not until the next.
I wanted
the
Master
next-
Chief. God damn it!
The next iteration of Smash Bros.
Because they could really make a Master Chief just like
Damn.
Samus, but like with like different,
You need a
just
different
slight
moveset.
different mechanics,
But
like with the gravity of Ganon.
no, dude, this would be fun to play. Holy shit! Like, I'm very, very impressed with this.
Antidote.
This is just neat. I'm sorry, guys. This
That's
is
such
just
good
really cool.
effort. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
lot of work.
It was a solo.
It's a
dev, did it,
AAA game brought down to a PS1 game.
and
It
he did
reminds me of those like Kaizo edits on Mario. You remember like it's still old style graphic Mario, but it's like crazy fucking insane
Oh, yeah.
levels and shit.
super duper hard shit. That's just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
They, oh man, that,
Shell jumps.
Yep, shell jumps are the that thing.
That's
I
all
could
that needs to be
dude.
said.
You would have to. I would have
Shell
to spend
jumps.
so many hours to become a Mario speedrunner like that.
It's fucking insane,
Like,
dude.
Have you ever watched any of that? Like
No.
like people running like custom levels because on what is it, Super Mario Bros. 2, like the one that came out for the Switch or whatever. I mean, they've been able to do it for a while, but there's been level builders. Like, I mean, plus you could play it like on old school system. Like you can just build levels now because you can download the programs to build levels
There's
and put it into your
plenty
game.
emulators
Yep.
to make shit. Yeah.
But there's like speedrunners who do these impossible Mario levels, and it's like levels where you have to time being big, getting a mushroom, or being small, getting a mushroom, getting big, getting hit. It's like jumping and catching a shell and kicking the shell and then catching the same shell and doing it. It's absurd. I gotta
So it's like the Switch version of Flappy Bird.
pretty much.
Well,
Except less people killed themselves.
Some people
Potentially.
have their
I don't know that statistic actually.
Some
Hold
people
that.
have their controller like on the screen so
And
you
jerking
can
off
see
with the
their
other one.
input. And
just
it's
going
just
like
fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
I could never dedicate myself that much to be a speedrunner.
You have to see it because some people are just naturally good at it and they don't even like it takes practice, but some
Yeah.
people just like
No, it's like, well, that's what's weird. There's like so many weird niches that have came up in gaming, just because people get bored. Like,
look up Kaizo World. That's a good one.
Such a weird thing that like gaming is such a big thing that didn't exist like
that
not
was
too long
yeah,
ago.
that was talked down upon through a long time and still has a
Yeah.
weird. But no, like, it's like okay, so Minecraft,
It's considered lazy.
yeah,
Like,
but it's
But-
doing brain work.
yeah, it works your mind.
Yeah, it's also a weird dopamine hack.
You know,
Oh, that too,
dopamine.
yeah.
Dopamine. Give me them
Listen, it's an important thing that guides your entire life.
podcasts give you dopamine. Stop listening to podcasts right now.
Well, stop listening to a
No, all
podcast
podcasts.
that you literally feel like is immortal, and then you have an immediate dopamine crash where you kill yourself.
Put down
Don't
that
do
fucking
that.
cocaine and that chocolate.
No, keep doing that. Just live a fun life. Fuck it. Just have the information, but fuck it.
Quit beating off so
Absurdity
much.
Podcast does not condone cocaine use.
I condone
Cocaine and
cocaine use. I condone it. I condone anything you want to do,
I condone
as long as you're not hurting
most
somebody
things-
else.
Most things, with moderation also being the key word, but also most things.
I just say do
Not
what
all
you want to
things.
do as long as you don't harm anyone else.
Nah, that's the
Or
thing.
yourself.
Some of those things will harm other people, so that's why it's most things.
As long as you don't harm yourself or others.
I mean, if you want to harm yourself,
Yeah,
to
it's your
the
choice.
extent of it.
Do what you want.
But if you're not putting others at risk doing it, then go for
Libertarian.
Libertarian. No, because I do think that there should be there definitely needs to be government sanctions on things,
Oh, yeah,
or an oversight committee on some.
I'm not a
sorts of
true
things.
libertarian either, but I lean towards it. I'm a leaner.
I'm
a rhombus.
I'm just left of modern.
You're leaning left.
I mean, if you put me on a political scale,
I know.
would
I
be for it.
can't. I
Like,
can't even be on that scale.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
it's too much bullshit.
with anyone.
I run away from the scale.
Yeah, I feel like almost anyone under the age of 40 at this point like doesn't
All of
really
them. Fuck
exist too much
all
on the
of them.
scale.
I fucking hate
I'm
politics
eyeballing
so much.
shit.
Like,
I'm not.
I'm really into politics, but at the same time, like it's just like when both sides seem stupid, how can you even pick one at this
I'm not
point?
weighing my fruit at the grocery store.
hell no. I'm definitely not weighing myself.
Not weighing
fruit
me.
weighs itself now at the grocery store,
Yeah, I know.
especially when you go through self checkout.
I
It's
know.
just
Wait,
like,
what was the stores that have literally
You
like
must comply.
you walk in, you grab the stuff, and then when you walk out, it scans the stuff as you walk through the door, and then it sends you a receipt.
what?
That would be
That may have
awesome.
been
It's in
a
Asia.
prototype for
I feel
something.
like
It's in
yeah, I
Asia.
feel like
No, it's in Asia. That's real. That's a
that's
real
what I
process.
thought.
Well, I mean,
I
you could
read about
put
it.
you could put like simple like RFID chips in all of the shit that
Mhm.
you have that you sell on stock, and it would just scan all of that. That'd be that.
Yeah,
It's actually
allegedly
not,
it has no employees in it. I'm just like, that
Yeah.
has to be bullshit.
no. You would.
I mean, who stocks it though?
Yeah, I mean,
You have to have some employees.
you
What
just
if
have to have a
what if
driver
someone
that
needs
comes
help?
by and stocks it.
Yeah.
What if someone needs help with something?
They don't need it.
Figure it the
Then
fuck
they
out.
You know
Yeah,
what's
figure it
really
the fuck
crazy
out.
though? I think it's in China that they order their groceries on the subway because there's like a menu and you scan it on your phone and then they deliver it to your house
Fucking nuts.
That'd be pretty cool.
when you get home. Yeah, that's
interesting.
fucking
That's
crazy.
interesting.
I like the idea of going in
And
the
they have an
grocery
agent
store,
waiting there too to
grabbing
make
what I
sure you
need,
haven't
just
spoken to any
walking
American
around,
agents.
and then it just charging me for it.
You can have your
Like,
groceries
I'm okay
too
with
if you
that.
haven't talked to
I would be
any agents.
much happier if I could just have my grocery store order delivered to my house.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can, but it usually costs a little bit extra.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pay.
They don't come to my house.
Well, it's usually
I mean,
like
I
in
like
bigger
the-
cities
I
that
like
it's
the
like
grocery-
a reasonable price.
yeah.
I like the
Otherwise,
grocery
it's
pickup.
like,
I do like that.
That's all right. Except
Once
every
we
time I
get
go, I feel
drone
uncomfortable.
technology better.
I know.
I'm
I
like,
feel
do
like
I help you?
that's how I feel. I'm like, they're like,
it's
what
my
do you want it?
groceries. I mean,
Oh, they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, you can put it in the bed of the truck, and then they walk back to. I'm like, do I get out and help them,
Yeah.
or do I open the truck for them? Or like, I don't know what am I supposed to? What's the proper?
Close your
protocol
eyes.
here?
Don't
What's
touch
protocol
anything.
here?
What's protocol? I don't
it's a
know.
protocol.
Don't touch anything.
One
in my car.
time I went out and helped, and they looked at me like I was a fucking idiot. So I was like, the next time I went, I was like, no, I feel bad that I'm not helping.
Put her in there, brother.
I'm sure they feel just as awkward as you do. So
Probably.
you helping would be like,
Yeah, next time you sit in the car, look back and say,
I
just
guess
shove it in the rear,
well, it
bro.
just depends on who it
But
is.
I don't think
guess.
I also don't think they
Depends
want
on who
you
it is.
touching like their stuff either. Like the bins they have.
I
them
feel
all
like
in.
maybe
Yeah.
they feel like you could do
Guys,
something
don't
to
worry.
say like they fucked something up if you like take something. I don't know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't
I know,
know.
Walmart
it's
doesn't
a
even
weird,
check your
It's a
receipts.
weird system, so I just
know.
don't help.
Right? I don't know.
I just don't help at all. I just sit in
Not
the
even
truck.
there.
I get out and 'cause sometimes they shut the tailgate, sometimes they don't. It irritates me when they don't. So I'm
It's
like,
a lose-lose situation.
I'm
You really
like,
don't
well,
win
what if
that.
I wasn't paying attention? I didn't know they didn't. And all my fucking groceries go flying out.
I feel
It's
like
one of
that's their equivalent of should I help is should I shut the door?
Yeah, should I-
that's
Well,
their equivalent.
that's
Like,
also
should I
one of
shut
those
it or
jobs.
no?
It's one of those jobs where you inevitably, like, you're just going to, like, just hate everybody you have to
Well,
help
like,
out.
and do you ask them like, "Do you want me to help?"
That'd probably be the most reasonable thing.
Yeah, but then
would you like my help?
But then if someone's like, "No,"
Well, then also-
they're like,
it makes
"Fuck."
you feel bad.
Fuck me.
Well, then also
I
it's
guess
just
I'm
like
useless
you could be
then.
like the 10th, like the 1,000th person to
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, can I help?" It's
Yeah.
like, "No, Jesus
yeah.
Christ!"
Yeah, you don't
no."
know how many people ask that and how irritated they are for answering. It's
it's-
like, what do I do?
It's a
here?
job where you don't win.
No,
Keyboard cat.
that's why I just don't do it. I just sit in the truck.
I just don't go to places where they offer to help me with things.
because I don't like going in and grocery shopping because
Oof.
it's
Had to.
a fucking nightmare most of the time, and they don't have enough checkout counters
forced.
open. So you're just like, okay,
Hidden
now I gotta
block.
wait in this line for an hour. But at the same time, I feel
What
weird
is
when
that?
I do
Which
grocery
one is
pickup.
It's just Kaizo, Mario,
Oh, okay.
any percent speed
It's
run.
just
Sorry.
it's a weird conundrum to be in.
I just like to get high and walk around.
It's a
Walmart.
weird first world problem we have. If we need to help with grocery pickup or not.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
But it's like I said, I just
It's a luxury we have.
If only we were more like China.
man. Speaking of, you see how like rigged the Olympics has been.
I have not watched.
I've
the Olympics
not
at all.
watched this.
I have not watched a single minute of it, but I have only seen like certain results
Yeah.
and clips.
So you have seen a minute of it.
I guess the clip I saw was only like 15 seconds.
How
After
many
how
of
much
those
I
have you
heard about
watched?
how much they get paid, I don't care about it.
No, it was like
And how many times did you watch the clip?
I only watched this one clip like 3 times because I figured it out.
Almost
pretty
a
quick.
minute.
Almost,
It was like
Almost a
45
minute.
seconds. Like
Almost
45
a minute
seconds
of
of
the
my
Olympics.
life.
But were there any ads?
No, there were not
Okay,
any
just
ads.
making
It was a GIF. It was a like 15-second GIF. On
He saw in a jiffy.
You
but
say
yeah,
GIF.
A Giphy.
I say GIF.
You didn't say
I do
jiff.
too.
You do.
Well,
Because you're a monster, that's why.
I say it both ways actually. Weirdly enough, sometimes I say GIF, sometimes I say GIF. Just depends upon the mood I'm in.
Oh my god. What a white woman.
That's a GIF. Anywho, but it was ice skating, like, or not ice skating, but speed skating, where they're like straight up racing.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the South Korean athlete was going to pass one of the Chinese athletes on the inside, and the Chinese athlete put his hand out
And grabbed his
and
cock.
like pushed his leg of the guy behind, like back, and then like pushed off of
That's
him and
dirty.
slowed him down. And so the South Korean ended up losing that round, but goes on, that team that he was on won the gold medal. But for that incident, they disqualified the South Korean athlete and stripped him of his gold medal.
The Chinese own the Olympics.
Right now, because I mean it's in China.
Yeah. Just like Russia owned it the year before.
The last Winter Olympics was in Russia, and it was doping was a big deal, a big Russian issue, and plus the whole house. It was a shit
terrible.
show. It was a shit show. The Russian Olympics was a shit show. China. This has been like the second time in the past seven Olympics that it's been in China, like Winter Olympics. The big issue is you're running out of wealthy countries who are going to bend to the bullshit that is like the Olympic Committee, because it really is kind of fucked and has become more about money as opposed to
Which
the athletics
the
anymore.
Olympians get almost none of it.
Oh yeah, they don't get really any shit.
Like I think when you win, you get like what 75,000.
I don't even think it's that much, honestly.
I think that is like a gold medal is 75,000 or something like that. It might be lower though.
And I think there's a huge disparity between the pay that the women athletes get compared to the men as well. On that, actually, I do remember that being talked about the Russian Olympics. Like same athletes competing in the same thing, women were getting.
I was like, because technically you're
huge-
still getting all the same views because it's all like the
it's
event
Olympics.
of the Olympics.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Get
you should.
paid.
So it's not like, oh, they're getting less viewers. It's
They're
like, no,
all
they're getting the same
Olympians.
viewers.
They're all Olympians at the
Yeah.
same level.
The
They should
best
all be
in the
getting
fucking
same-
world at all of these sports.
But that's the thing. I really don't think that the best in the world is at these sports or at the Olympics anymore.
That's fair.
Because I mean, also there's a huge bureaucracy that has become the Olympics.
It's like their whole society by themselves.
Yep.
Like the scouts, the
white supremacy. That's
people,
what I'm blaming.
Because I mean, there's some athletes that you could take out there that don't compete, but are athletes in other realms who can do, like, they're football players who could run,
Oh,
who
yeah.
could be 100-yard runners,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
or that could very well be Olympian level if they put the time in. It's just at that level, you are an athlete. It's just what you train.
Some Olympians hit people with cars and then change their gender.
That's true as well.
It's very true.
I
Anyways,
cannot stop watching this fucking Mario.
Yeah, I'm watching this guy play one of those ridiculous
I'm
Super
in my own
Mario
world.
games. It's fucking.
Show him for a hot second when
Dude,
it
like
gets
how
to
I was
the
talking about-
spicy part.
This is like.
This level is weird because it's a side-scrolling level. Usually they're like much faster paced.
But it's.
can we legally put the Mario theme song in the background?
I
of this?
don't think we can.
I don't think we can either.
I mean, we could do
Luke, can you hum it and then we'll just put it on loop?
a Dollar
He's having to
Tree
control the
version.
height of jumps as well, because if he hits those flowers on the roof, then he dies.
Can we put this video up, like while we're talking about it, just show everybody, so it's not just us staring at a laptop?
No, you have to look at it.
It's like, no, goddamn.
But you have to do shit like that.
We'll put
It's
the link up there,
ridiculous.
but it'll only be in
It's-
letters. It won't actually be a
Right.
link.
Yeah.
You have to copy it.
link.
You can't even copy it. No, you can't even copy and paste
it. Get your phones out,
Yeah,
baby.
screenshot it.
What if we could make a QR code? Like, really, that would be neat if we could make a QR code to this video.
How do we make QR codes?
Hacker
Well,
man, I'm in.
You're really asking a lot of me.
Or not.
you
There's
roll
probably
up
an
your
app that's just like
sleeve.
QR code me and like QR code.me, and it's probably just makes QR codes.
Probably. But yeah, it's
Possibly.
Like a hyperlink. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
probably.
Whatever the fuck.
Well, they just pull their phone up and they just scan code now.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the recent? I've seen several memes about it in the past week. Talking about how boomers and others as well are upset that they have to use a QR code to read a menu at a restaurant.
I promise you that's correct.
I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it.
I could care less.
It's hard.
Actually, I would rather do that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I won because I really don't. Honestly, I don't like to like use my phone that often, other than just listening to things. I don't like to pull it out to use it, if I'm being honest. But I understand because, you know, older generation, like they don't have time in their day to try to understand the technology that everyone's trying to use. That's why so many people are so far behind.
That's an entitlement issue.
Well,
like, you have to learn how to do. Like,
here's my problem.
That's also
old man.
That's also entirely fair. It is an entitlement. I mean, it's an entitlement entire generation.
Yeah.
Well, no, my problem is not with
Obviously not
using
everybody.
the technology. It's with there's some restaurants where their tables just aren't that big. And then they like, okay, well, I'll just use, for instance, a Mexican restaurant right down the road. Tables aren't that big. They bring you, especially when there's, you know, a family of 5, they bring you
Have a small
5
family.
salsas, 5 quesos, and a thing of chips. There's not enough room on that table to be holding up a menu.
Have less people.
It's a trifold menu.
Eat your children.
I was gonna say give them away, but eating them is just as fun.
I'm just saying the QR code makes it easier.
Yeah, for sure.
But seasoning on counts as Mexican food.
I mean, there are some restaurants, probably not in America, but they don't have menus at all. They have waiters
Mhm.
who tell
Yeah.
you
what this is what you're
what
eating
you
today.
can possibly get.
I mean, there are.
Well,
in
and their
America
menus
as well,
are
but
much
they're-
Yeah, we have nice
smaller.
restaurants.
Like,
Thank
we
you very
have
much.
Probably. Yeah.
we have restaurants.
In Oklahoma.
We got that
overload.
smorgasbord style.
Yeah, they overload their menus. They give you way too many options, and that's why people sit there for 20
That's
minutes.
America,
Like, what do
baby.
I want?
America.
Whereas if they gave you, hey, here's your 5 choices of entrees, it's a lot easier to pick.
And those usually are better because they're fresher at that point. in
Yeah.
time.
And
Like,
these people like just make these, so they're really good at making these.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like when you go to a diner and they're like, "Here is your newspaper.
no, that's
What do you want for breakfast?"
Where you're
like.
It's not something worth complaining about to me.
Yeah, I'm sending an email.
Well, like, okay, so when you go
Denny's.
I haven't been to the Cheesecake
Just
Factory
go to a different
in
restaurant.
a million years. Like, I hadn't been to the, and Shy and I went a couple of weeks ago, and I was baffled at the scale of the menu at Cheesecake Factory, because you had everything from like seafood to Italian food to steaks to burgers to like, dude, the menu had to have. I gotta Google how many menu items are
That's
on the
how I
Cheesecake
felt last
Factory.
time I went to IHOP.
But
I was like, why is there so much stuff at IHOP?
but that's
It's
the only
insane.
You mean iBurger?
the only
Okay.
reason
They're
that
trying too hard.
that
Yeah,
Cheesecake
iBurger.
Factory stays in business and can afford, because all their shit's got to be frozen. It's got to be like that nuke, like. But to have that much shit and to make it profitable, you have to charge as much as they do at the Cheesecake Factory. Which, I mean, their cheesecake pretty fucking good. Their
I've never had
entrees
cheesecake
that
from there.
I've never
You've
been.
never
I've
had
never
cheesecake?
been there actually.
like be prepared to pay $17 for a burger.
Is it a good burger?
Decent.
Mid
Probably, yeah.
is mid,
But the cheesecake.
but the cheesecake slaps, and that's the thing is you can get full.
I can't imagine myself being like, I'm gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory and I want a cheeseburger.
Nah, I mean they
It's
have
cheese.
Cheesecake.
but that's the thing is like I didn't feel like 'cause I think they
American
had like
cheese.
they have like fajitas on their menu. How
Cheesecake
many
fajitas.
items? Oh god damn it, not Facebook.
I'm like, okay, so I'll just use this for an example. When I went to IHOP, I looked at their omelets. They have 9 different types of omelets. Why do you need 9 different types of omelets?
I mean, that I'm not mad at. I love omelets.
I like omelets too, but I don't need 9 different options.
Were they all like kind of the same? Or
Yeah, there was like one thing changed. And
See-
so I'm like,
To look like you know what you're doing, because I don't know about any of the omelets, nor do I know different kinds of eggs besides scrambled and sunny side up. So I sit there and I stare at
hard boiled. Do you know
Over
hard
easy?
boiled?
How do you boil?
About deviled eggs?
Hard boiled egg?
you don't know about hard boiled egg?
I actually failed the last time.
Poached.
Poached egg?
That's the one
fried
that you like open it up and boil it and you
Yeah,
stir
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's the
poached.
poached.
That's poached.
Okay, so I do know kinds of
Eggs
eggs.
Benedict?
No.
It's like the
Again, I probably know all of these, but names. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
Over easy?
yeah, it's just different.
That's just
Hard-
my
it's like a
exes.
yolk.
Hard.
Hard, yeah, fried, hard fried.
Every person I've slept with is over easy. What do you want from me?
Yeah, so there's 250 items.
250?
250 menu items at the cheese, and they claim
I'm not going.
all made from scratch.
I'll never go.
Bullshit.
That's
Yeah, don't.
bullshit.
Yeah, they're
I
sniffing
haven't
scratch
been,
back
and
there.
No, you
I've
can't
never
have
will.
250 items made from scratch.
Unless
No.
it's just for dessert. Then I'll go.
No, like I said, the dessert slaps. Like, go eat dinner somewhere else.
And then go
To the Cheesecake Factory
Yeah.
and have a
Play
nice
dessert.
cocktail, because they do have a nice cocktail bar.
They have
I will
coffee.
admit that.
They have coffee.
They do have coffee as well.
But then you have cheesecake. I feel like that's not a good mixture.
You can have you can make a cocktail that is great with sweets, but it's going to be like a coffee based or a liqueur based.
I
Like,
You know,
like,
I do love
I would do like
chocolate
a white Russian and a slice of cheesecake. Sounds like fucking
Oh.
boss right
Is
now,
that what
Man, I haven't had a White Russian since I lived with you.
dude. I used to drink white Russians on the constant.
Yeah,
And then
I
they
know.
did a dirty Russian. It was scary.
with milk, right?
Yeah, you use milk. You can use half and half, which is also pretty good. But you use
Damn.
a shot of Kahlua, a shot of
Kahlua is
vodka,
great. Oh,
and top the rest with milk. And goddamn, that shit tastes so good.
I literally have not had one since I lived with you.
Dude, we need to have a White Russian episode.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I will fuck
No, they're good.
up
You
White
not-
Russians.
You not a milk guy?
No, I
You
will.
like
I
almond
just,
milk? You can do
I
almond
just
milk.
don't know how that would go with alcohol.
No, dude, it goes.
No, it goes with it.
great.
Well.
It
Yeah.
tastes like
It's very
it
good.
tastes like a little bit spicy
Bring
chocolate
some
milk.
cookies then.
Hell yeah! Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy and White
Yeah.
Russians.
Yeah, boy.
Good
That's
time.
the adult style.
That'll be the name of the episode. Chips Ahoy and White
Milk
Russians.
and cookies.
I'll say I tried a chocolate liqueur. I think it was called Mozart, and oh my god, that stuff's delicious. Mess up a bottle.
I
And
make my iced coffees with half and half.
Yeah,
Really good.
I put Kahlua. in-
Brevy.
Kahlua tastes good in coffee.
I'll put Irish like Bailey's. Oh, I love Bailey. Or I'll just put straight up bourbon, like a
Drink it
splash of
from a
bourbon.
shoe.
Yes.
If you want to sound fancy, that's how you should say it, because that's Italian for half and half.
What?
Breve.
Breve.
I like my coffee with breve.
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 I would like a tall frap with breve.
A breve.
Brave.
Caramel macchiato with a breve.
I only know that because that's how they
Mama,
say it.
Mama, there's no breve.
At Starbucks.
I feel like a fucking idiot when I order from Starbucks.
I
I'm
know.
like,
I always forget shit.
I had
what's
to
bigger than large?
I had to
Uh,
stop
well.
going because I was turning too flamboyant every time I tried to order. I was sitting there and I was just like full white girl in my Uggs. I was like, oh, I would like to get a.
The only time I ever go to Starbucks now is when my wife wants to go, and every time we go there, we pull up to the drive-through. I'm like, what do I get again? And I'm like, just order it for me.
I get the
It's so good,
the sweet cream cold brew is what I get.
Yeah.
Or the Irish cream cold brew, either or, but that is my go-to.
I get vanilla iced coffee with sweet cream.
Vanilla iced coffee. Huh?
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember what my go. I think it was like the double chocolatey chip.
I love a vanilla iced.
That's
coffee.
like 1,500 calories.
I was just, I was literally about to say, "Oh my god, it's so many calories." I was remembering looking at the board. I'm like, "Oh my god."
Okay, we'll do
It's so
a White
good.
Russian episode.
Okay.
We also have to do a good Bloody Mary episode.
No, they're called Caesars at that point.
Little
Good
Caesars?
Bloody Marys are called Caesars.
So Bloody Mary shots or Little Caesars?
I'm not a Bloody Mary guy myself
Little
either.
Caesars. That was a good one.
Thank you.
I'm
like-
not.
It's
not
like
You don't like Bloody
drinking-
Marys?
no,
Oh,
but we can each make our own Bloody Mary.
I don't
It's-
like
handle
tomato
V8.
juice.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
I don't
It's
drink it.
V8 with vodka or gin or
Whatever the
rum,
fuck
whatever you want to
got.
put in it.
Whatever you got.
Dude,
as
there's
long as it's clear.
an episode of
I don't have anything clear.
no, we'd have to get a couple
I
of
get the
small
brown
bottles.
water.
Uh,
You start pissing.
Browns.
That'll be clear.
There's an episode of
Brown.
Letterkenny where they have a Caesar competition where they make.
Mm.
You just start stabbing each other in the back.
They pretty much do.
Why is it? Why is it
Et tu,
Caesar?
Brute?
I don't know.
Why
I
is it
don't know why
Caesar?
they
What
call
the
it a
fuck?
Caesar in it, but that's I don't know.
I
Because
like
bloody.
Caesar salads.
Like I
mean,
never really had a Bloody Mary until my wife ordered one, and she was like, "Try this; it's really good." I was like, "It's just a fucking glass of tomato juice." Like, what? How
But
is
is
that good?
it?
But it is really good. Like I
Mhm.
took a drink and I was like, "Damn, I might order one." Still have not ordered one.
Nah, I'm down to do a Caesar or a Bloody Mary episode. I want to do White
Caesar.
Russians because, dude, White
Yeah, they're
Russians are
good.
fucking
They're
gas.
good.
Oh my god, the dude drinks them from The Big Lebowski. It's all you see him drink in the whole movie is White Russians.
Yeah, I used to fuck up bottles of Kahlua. I love
That's
that
called
stuff.
alcoholism. Not White Russian.
I was a professional drink.
That's also
I
like
was a
pussyfoot
professional drinker for
alcoholism.
years.
pussy.
I was training. I was a professional, and I
It's
was
like a baby. It's like a baby alcoholic.
It's like a 15-year-old alcoholic. Oh my god, that's a terrible thing.
Guys, I get fucked up on Kahlua.
I mean, it's like the kids in high school who used to bring fucking like Baileys in a Frappuccino bottle, be like, "Oh yeah, drinking Baileys." You're like, you're a dumbass. You realize that, right?
Not only do you look stupid, but you're about to get detention.
Yeah, because or expelled because you're sitting here talking about how you have fucking alcohol.
Yeah, because they were not quiet about it.
No,
It's probably because they were sauced.
nah.
They were sauced on their Baileys.
There were times where there were homies who would dip out and go to get a fountain drink, and they would come back and you'd be like, "Yo, let me get a sip," and you take a sip of it, and you're like, "Oh,
Hi,
I used
friend.
to work with people at Sonic that like it was like four different girls that worked there, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're so drunk right now." I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Oh, we put vodka in our drinks." I'm like, "You have to fucking work an 8-hour shift, you moron."
yeah, why would you do that?"
I
Why
did.
would you want to be drunk? You're gonna feel
I mean, I've
miserable.
been drunk in my kitchen job when I was like 16. But I was a cook, and it was
Yeah.
like on Friday nights when you get slammed, that's what we would do is we would drink beers. Like the last 2 hours of shift, our boss would bring back a 30-pack.
Yeah, but the last 2 hours, not the beginning of your shift.
not the beginning of your shift. That's just dumb.
Yeah, my dad.
And these were car hops. These are people that dealt with the customers. I'm like, oh god, you morons!
They're the bitches who forget my. They're the young ladies who forget to bring my mustard and ketchup when I order corn dogs.
Those bitches.
They the hoes who forget my
Honestly,
shit.
Our dad actually caught me, quote unquote, taking his vodka and taking it to school, and I was drinking it in a water bottle. I came home from school,
Is
and
it
he
a
was
quote unquote?
well, because I came home and he was like, "Hey, did you take some of my vodka?" And I said, "No." He said, "Okay." He walked away.
No, he knew.
So yeah, that's like quote unquote. He caught
Did you
me.
not
but-
even water it down? Did you not think to water it down?
No, I liked the taste of vodka. I still
No,
kind of
I'm
like the
not
taste of vodka.
I'm talking about we're talking about his bottle.
His bottle.
Replace what
Here's
you
what
took
you-
with
No,
water.
because I already. Well, I guess I didn't think about it. Still had
Yeah.
vodka in it, but
No,
I was like,
dude.
well, water freezes, vodka doesn't freeze. Because I already knew that. Because I
Well, it
remember
won't
hearing a joke
freeze.
about it.
You'd have to
Dilute
water it
yeah,
down a ton for it to freeze.
Yeah.
Which I've done enough.
I
to
didn't-
where I
we'll
got
see.
caught with frozen vodka.
I didn't know that.
But no, dude, like that's what because I would take. My parents always had a bottle of vodka, but they never really drank. And I didn't even like. I could have just been cool with my parents. I could have been like, "Yo, I'm going to take some vodka," and that would have been okay. But so what I would do is because I saw it on. I can't remember what I saw it on. It was a show or a movie, but so I would get the bottle, take a dry erase marker, mark the outside of the bottle where the vodka is at, pour the vodka out. What I'm going to take, water it down, back up to that dry erase mark, wipe that dry erase mark, put the vodka back under the cabinet.
See, when I lived with my mom when I was underage, my mom didn't drink like at all, and my stepdad drank nothing but boxed wine, some Franzia, and I'm like, I don't even want to steal that.
I have only one memory of
What?
Franzia, and it's only a half memory.
I have a memory of Franzia.
I know you
Did he also watch The Voice? Jesus.
No, it was a
I rhino speared him onto a couch.
dude. There's photo evidence of that shit. That was
our
night.
fancy party.
That was a night.
I'm about to piss myself. So
Well, I think it's probably
Let's take
time
a
to
break.
wind this guy down. Anywho,
Oh,
Just remember, follow all the stuff. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
it's either Absurdity Entertainment or Absurd69 or Absurd Entertainment.
Yeah. And
on all of
always-
them. Yeah, figure it
And
out.
just remember, guys, whether you're rich, poor, slim,
Here it
fat,
comes.
at the end of the day, it's night.
You're 100% correct.
Told you.
On that note, toodaloo.
Doodles.
Bye.
Bitch.